Hey guys, my name is Siddharth. Today in this video, we are going to build a new project in Python. This project is going to be about the web scraping. So we are going to scrap data from Google Finance. We are going to find the stock prices from the Google Finance. And not only we are going to find the prices, we are also going to convert the price in our base currency, whatever the base currency we select for. Okay. So this is the Google Finance and these are the prices we are going to fetch. All right. So here I'm in my command line and I'm inside the this folder and I'm inside the virtual environment. You can just enter python -m and then virtual env and give a name to the environment. This would create a virtual environment and then you can get inside the environment by getting inside the scripts and then activated by these commands. So once you are inside this, you can install the request module, install request. Then we would also need the Python beautiful soup. So from this one, so we have to install beautiful soup also, and this would we would use beautiful soup for the uh, so scraping part. So request these are already installed on my system, so you can just install these. Let's do it. So first I import the request module and then I'll say from BS4 import beautiful soup. Great. Now this is the Google Finance and this is the URL. And if you look at this URL, we have this tag first, this ticker first, and then we have this exchange. Okay, this is the Apple ticker and this is the NASDAQ exchange. Now if I change this to MSFT, and this most probably will give us the Microsoft Corp ticker, and this is the NASDAQ. So this is the URL we are going to use. Okay, so let's say URL, and here this is the ticker, and this is the exchange. So what I do first, let me first create a function, get the stock prices, and this would take two arguments. One is ticker, and another one is the exchange. Exchange. And okay, you let me use this one here. So I'll use the f string here and we'll say this is our ticker and this is going to be our exchange. So now we are using this URL. First, I have to use the request module to get the URL. So let's do it. And we say request dot get and the URL. This would give us the URL. Then we are going to use the beautiful soup. So we say beautiful soup. Then we are going to use this res. Then we are going to fetch the content. And here, because it is a HTML format, we are going to say HTML parser. Let's create a variable on this. So now this is inside the soup. So we are fetching all the content from this URL and that is inside the soup. Now from here, we are going to get the details of this part of the content. So let me inspect this. And if you look at this, this is going to be inside the div. Okay, so if I come here and select this one, see, this is selecting the whole div. Not this one, this one. This is selecting the whole div, this complete div. So if I look at this, there are different values like data entity type, data exchange, data currency code, and data last price, which is giving us this price. So let me first use this data last price. So what do we do is, we are going to fetch this whole div first. So let me call this price div, and we say soup dot find. We are going to find the div, which div where the attributes we are going to look for data last price, and this is going to be true. Okay, so now this is going to fetch the whole div. Let me show it to you. If I just print it, and we'll call get stock price on Apple, and then we say Nasdaq. Okay, if I run this, we should get these data. It is saying none, so there must be something missing. So get stock price, and we are saying this okay, price soup, and we are finding these details. So let me just look at this price div, and inside the price div we are finding this. Sorry, this is not, this is attributes like ATTRS. If I run this again, so we have this whole div. Okay, this complete div is in, we have fetched. So we have this div, and then we are going to find this data last price. Okay, so what I do it, I say price div and give me the data last price, and store this inside the price variable. Okay, in the same way we'll say div, and we are going to get this data currency code. Okay, so now we have this, and we'll store this inside the currency variable. So now we have these two details, price and currency. So let me run this. Okay, we get this price, and then we get the USD. That's great. This is what we were looking for. This is the complete function which is giving us the details, and we can get any kind of detail from here. Let's say we say NSFT from Nasdaq, then we say shop from TSE, and now I'm going to show you something which is we are going to work next, and that is INFI, and this is going to be NSE. Okay, so now if I run this, we'll get the data for all those four. So first is USD, this price USD, and then we get the 77.65 for shop for this one, and then we have the INFI in INR. So the currency is different. Whichever sticker stock price is listed in whichever currency, it is showing this. So this is listed in the CAD, Canadian dollar. That's why it is 77, and this is listed in the INR in the NSE. So we are getting the INR. Now what we want is, we want a base price also. We want to use the base currency, and we are going to convert everything into this base currency. So if I come to here, this one, and I look at the currency, suppose we say USD INR, and if I enter this, see this has changed, USD INR. So United States dollar to Indian rupees, and this is the price. Same thing is with, if I change this to CAD, so we would get the CAD also. 1.3496. So let's use this one, and we'll create okay, we'll remove this one, and let me paste it here. So this is the currency. So I'll create one function, and this function will change the, get the currency rate or exchange rate, whatever you call it, and this would take one, that is going to be currency. So now we are going to use this one, this URL. Okay, everything is going to be almost same as this function. Now here This currency is going to be this one. And this is going to be the INR. In my case, I am converting it to INR. You can use USD or whichever you want. So whatever the currency data is fetched in, it is going to convert to INR. Okay. Now this is going to be same as this one. So let me fetch it here. And if I again look at this one URL, and this is here. So if I just inside this one, you see this. This is the div, and again we are going to fetch this data last price from here. Okay. We have the data last price from here, and then we will find the, this is not going to be the price div, this is going to be INR div. Okay, and then we are going to say INR price, and we'll find the INR div data last price, and we need to convert this to float, and we would also convert this to float. So there are multiple values after the decimal. This would give us the correct value. Now we have this. So let me try printing this INR. We should not call it the price, we should call it the rate. So I'll call this rate. Okay. Now we have rate, and here let me check it. Get currency rate for USD, and we'll get it for GBP, then we will get it for CAD. And let me comment these. So now if I run this, we should get some details, and it is saying the none type object is not susceptible. So we might be doing some mistake. Okay. INR div, so find these details, and then INR rate, we are saying float, INR div, and then data last price. This is showing us some error. So what is the error here? If I read this, it says none type object is not subscriptable. That means the data is not fetching anything. Okay, so this is the problem here. So this is the URL, and then we are using the get URL, and then we are using content HTML parser. Then from there we are finding this data last price true, and then we are saying this soup.find. Okay, this is inside the inner div, and this is getting us all details, and then from inner div, INR div, we are getting this data last price inside the INR rate. And then, so what is the problem here? Let me again run this and see. Okay, it is still there. Type error, none type object is not subscriptable. So this is the problem here. So INR div, we are finding the data last price, and then we are converting it to float. This is what exactly we are doing here. So why I'm seeing this error? Currency INR request URL inner do. Let me try to print INR div, and comment these. So we should get none. Okay, we are getting none. That means something is missing here. So it is div, and these are the data last price is true inside the dictionary, and this is the currency INR, and get URL. HTML parser soup.find, and this is the div. These are the attributes: data, last price, true. Something is wrong, and what is that thing? So, okay, I'm sorry. I have to use this f string here. I'm really sorry for this. And this is not a very common mistake, but I'm really sorry. This is the what we have to do. Now, if I run this, okay, we get this for dollar, for GBP, and for the Canadian dollar. So now we have all three prices. Great. So let's remove this, and I return the value because I'm going to use this in this function here. Let me remove this also. So we are going to use this function here. So what I do is, so let's say if currency is not equal to INR, okay. If it is in INR, give me the same data, this one. Whatever data it is, give me this one. So I'll say INR price equal to price, okay. But if the currency is not in INR, then what we do is we say, give me the rate, and the rate is going to be, we'll find the get currency rate for the currency. Which currency it is? This one. Okay, and then we say INR price, and let's do multiply price multiplied by rate. So what I'm doing is, we are getting price and currency from here. I'm saying this, if the currency is not INR, then use this function and from convert this currency rate, go get the rate and then multiply the INR price to the rate. And if the currency is INR, we are going to use this as it is. So we are not going to change anything. Okay. So now let me just return everything, and I'll return everything in a form of dictionary. So I'll say ticker is ticker, and then exchange is exchange, then say price. So price is price, this one. Then we say currency. Currency is going to be currency, this one. And then we are going to get this INR price. So INR price, we are going to say INR price. All right. Now everything is here. Let's remove this one. So we have this function, and now we are going to do this. I need to remove these, and I have to use the print. So these values are going to get printed. Okay, so I'll use this print here. Now after this, this is going to do everything what we have asked for. However, there's something missing in it, and I'll show it to you what is missing once we run this. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, and okay, let's run it. So hopefully we get something. Right, we have the ticker for Apple, MSFT, ticker for shop, and NIFTY. So Apple is going to be, the price is 165, that is in USD, and in INR, this is the rate. Same with the Microsoft, this is the price in USD, and INR price is this much. Okay, so USD to INR was 81.72. Okay, so let us verify this once. 81.7255, and the price is 305 here. So if I say 305.41 multiplied by 81.55, we get 24,906. 81.72, sorry. Okay. So 305.41 multiplied by 81.72. So this is giving us 24,958. See, this is the same price. Okay. Same for the USD. Now for the Canadian, we are getting this because the Canadian price is different. If I convert the Canadian price here, we say CAD to INR. So this should, yeah, 60. So here, 77.75 multiplied by 60. So we are getting this one. And because this is in INR, so we are getting the price in the INR. So price is in INR, so we are getting it here. Wherever the currency is not INR, we are doing this conversion. Okay, so we got this. Everything is fine. Now I'll do one thing here, and that's just a refactoring little bit, cleaning of the data. Here I'm going to use round. Okay, so this data will not be this long. Okay, and then here is something I'm going to show you again. So the project is done. If you want to move on, you can move on. I'll show you something else. Now, if I go and find this BP from LON. LON is the London Stock Exchange, and this company BP is listed on the LON. Okay. Now, if I go and run this, see, we are going to get these details, but something is happening for the GBP part, for this BP part which we have. And here we get this error for when these values are coming to fetch, then this is not working and we are getting this error. So why it is happening is this BP, which is listed on LON, is listed in GBP. This is actually going to be in GBP, but this BP, which is in the London Stock Exchange, this is listed in the GBX. Now, GBX currency is the penny kind of conversion of the GBP. And we cannot convert INR to GBX or GBX to INR. We can only convert INR to GBP and GBP to INR. So that's why we are getting these errors. Okay. Now, if I show this GBP INR, then we get the conversion rate this much. So 1 pound sterling to Indian rupees 103. Now we need to make some changes here if we want to find out the GBP data also. So what I do, I come here and I say if currency is equal to GBX, then we say take the currency as GBP, okay, and then use this URL, this one. Else follow the same process. So what I'm saying is when the data we call this function and the currency becomes the GBX, which is going to be for BP or for any other company. So this is going to be GBX. Suppose we are going to fetch this BP and this says the GBX, and it says here it is a GBX, and we are saying just take the currency as GBP. So this is going to be GBP to INR. So the conversion is going to happen from GBP to INR. Okay. Then the whole function is going to work as it is. So let me do this. Now if I run this, we will get all the data. Okay, Apple, Microsoft, Shop, Infi, and then we have BP. So this BP, this is exchange, not the change. And this is the exchange, and this is the price in the GBX, okay? And then we are converting it to the INR. And this conversion is based on the GBP, okay, not GBX, because GBX is not possible for us to convert into. So these are the price in the INR. Now this was whole project, and let me just go through it again. So we are creating one function and using this URL, we are just using the beautiful soup, fetching the div, and from div we are fetching this attribute data last price and the currency for data currency code. Then we are using the function currency rate to convert to the currency. all the currencies are being converted into the INR. Then we are calling it here and then checking if the currency is not INR. We're doing these operations and then returning the whole dictionary. Okay, so this was the whole project, and I hope you find it helpful. And if you find it helpful, and if there's any suggestion or feedback, you can please leave the comment. I'll definitely try to improve over it. And if there's anything you want to say, so please let me know. And if you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And thank you for watching.